Hello, you butt monkeys, and welcome back to Square Eyes Syndrome TV podcast. I'm Ben Gilman. This podcast is much funnier than anything Jim Carrey has ever done. You can hold me to that. As always, I'm joined by my fairy godmother, who always helps me out, Helen Carnes.
Hello.
Yes.
I think you'll find Earth Girls Are Easy is a romp.
Okay, good to know. I'll write that down. I'm joined by, I'm the fairy godmother to Tara Chloe, always helping her out.
Hello.
And the other person. That was a bit of an awkward one.
That delay though was hilarious.
It's almost like she's thinking he's been too kind. What the fuck?
Okay, right.
Yeah, that was
and I'm joined by a dirty little thief who always steals all my ideas and then puts them on his video as his own for his salmon. You don't get a fairy godmother, bitch.
Oh, also, Jim Carrey's the man. Straight legend out here. What are you talking about? Disrespect. Respect my man, Jim Carrey. Respect.
So, anyway, no, he's not good. He just makes weird noises and looks like a twat. Like, he's not funny.
Respect Jim Carrey's a legend.
Oh, he's embarrassing.
A legend.
Just taser the guy.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
I don't mind most of his stuff, but then I watched that film where he was about him doing his method acting for the Man on the Moon film, and I thought that there is a punchable man.
Oh my gosh.
Because Andy Kaufman was an annoying guy already, so I can
That
imagine.
was a bit though, wasn't it? Like the whole Andy Kaufman is annoying thing was Andy Kaufman's thing.
Yes.
So like Jim Carrey's like, I'm going to turn into Andy Kaufman by being as annoying as possible, and I think anybody on that set, and that people on that set included Courtney Love, I think, if I remember correctly, should get something for not slapping him.
It's okay. If I ever see Jim Carrey, I'm just going to knock his teeth out one day and knock him out in the street. Then I'm going to go for Boris Johnson.
Man, quiet, even.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's overrated. He's good in Internal Spotless Minds, whatever it's called, and
Spotless Mind.
Truman Show. When he quiets himself down, he's a very good actor. It's just 99% of his stuff is just the same role.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching Johnny Depp in a Tim Burton movie. You've seen it a million times before, and it's just boring to watch. Anyway, how are all you guys? Anyway, let's just get on. How is everything?
I'm good. I'm good.
Doing good.
Someone stole my microwave. We were putting out for collection, and someone stole it before the bin collectors could come. The person that has stolen it, I'd just like to point out, it's a fire hazard. So hopefully, you won't burn your house down.
Okay, right.
There's a reason it was for collection. You never ever take a microwave out of someone's house.
I mean, he was probably homeless or something, though. Like, yeah.
Well,
where's he going to plug it in?
That's a good point.
But, I don't know. Maybe he sold it.
Maybe. Hopefully. I hope he got some money for it. I really hope he got some money for it, and then like somebody's got serves people right for buying cheap microwaves from homeless people.
Somewhere on Instagram, there's going to be a guy just pointing at his burnt up flat and just be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, proper compo face as well, like from local newspapers. Crying.
Oh, but we got a new microwave, and Amazon forgot to bill us. So again, cheers, Amazon. Ding, nice one. It's been a good week. It's been a week. Like they had the pending thing on it until yesterday, and this morning I checked. It's here tomorrow, and the payment's not gone through. It's just disappeared. They forgot to charge us.
Oh, no, okay.
So we win. I'm winning at life this week.
Yeah, Ben, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
So, like, how is everyone else? That's enough about me.
How about you? No, I'm doing good, me. Don't worry about it. Just had a good week, just chilling, you know. Be a bit of a manager for a little bit, so I was just chilling out, you know, just the good life, you know. Just right now.
Good life. That's a good show. Oh, no, it's a good place. Sorry, but wrong show.
Joe, I've had some I've been working from home for nearly 2 years now, and like some days I just feel like I could quite easily just like walk away from all of it. But this week's actually been quite good. It's been quite nice.
Oh,
I've had a lot to do. Done some interesting things. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I've got a couple of gigs next week and just nice things to do, and
nice.
looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
I've pulled some miracles out my ass this week. Just call me Jesus Christ. Yes, I have pulled some miracles out for people I support this week somehow.
Excellent.
I'm happy that they're happy, but just call me Jesus H Christ this week because it's like seriously, a man can turn water into wine this week. Everything I've done seems to have worked.
You can turn microwaves into fires, can't you?
Yeah. So I can't remember a cocky cock this week, like pretty much. I said, Tara, I want to have a titty man update.
Titty man!
Batman joke.
I want the titty man.
Hang on. Before we do that, if Titty Man was a superhero, what would his power be?
That's right. He could attack people with milk from his tits.
Yeah, I definitely think there'd be like some kind of titty death ray from his nipples.
Yeah.
Superman.
That's his right one, and his left one is to the milk.
Superman. Asian Superman.
And his kryptonite is Tara's phone album full of sexy Asian men. Doesn't want to do that.
Good save, because I was about to say his kryptonite is in his pants. But okay, good save.
Isn't it for every guy the kryptonite is in their pants?
Yes, it can. It can make things
very
complicated when it's making the decisions.
We've destroyed Troy in the first 6 minutes.
Oh my God.
So, Tara, would you like to tell me why you would execute your friends when they're swimming with electronical devices? Do you want to explain yourself? You showing us a very incriminating poster of you attacking, pictures of you attacking your friends, couples.
Oh, that wasn't me. It was just some random post on Facebook. But I liked it though.
They're like turning to Magnificent from Sleeping Beauty, just a bitter old spinster who hates seeing happy people, and you just decided, but I'm just gonna be like,
wow.
Maleficent, yeah, I like Maleficent. She's cool.
You like being the witch? You literally are getting to the bad guy position here.
Yep, she's cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain why you were taking pictures of someone about to drop electrical item into the swimming pool?
Well, it was an anti-Valentine post, so.
Cannot confirm that it was the titty man in the pool with your love rival? Is that why you got a little bit out of shape? You know?
No.
His titties would just deflect any electrical currents. Like it would just go.
Well, yeah, he's fine, I guess. He's doing fine. Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay. Lovely. Yes.
Oh, spoilers! In a couple of weeks, we're all going to talk about that new Netflix Korean zombie show because, I mean, it's Korean. It tends to be hot S word, and Netflix has already started promoting the hell out of it. It could be the next Squid Game, so we need to keep an eye on that bad boy. It does look good.
Yeah.
Yes. People know out there, you know what we're talking about. We don't have to say it. Say no more. Say no more. You know exactly what it is.
Okay. I'm not going to go first this week.
Go for it.
Go first. Go.
Oh, you gotta go. Okay, go on, you said first.
No. I will second maybe. Second.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be. Mine's gonna be a short one. So I'm gonna
Let's go.
I've been on a Yellowjackets binge. So I've been catching up.
Oh.
So
yeah.
I've been catching up on that. So I ain't gonna talk about just yet. My first pick. Oh my gosh, Yellowjackets! My goodness! Oh my gosh! Oh.
It sounds like a Tour de France documentary every time you tell me about it, or like about dinner ladies or those people, traffic wardens.
Nah.
Too good. Yellowjackets, he just hitting right now. It's like creme de la creme. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's just perfection personified right now. Yellowjackets.
I'm with Troy. It is so good. Like it is stupidly good.
It's hitting right now. I can't believe it.
Like, yeah, if you're not watching it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly, Helen. I don't know what to tell you. If you ain't seen it,
like if Troy getting that enthusiastic about something isn't making you want to watch it, I don't know what will.
Just
pure. You've heard this podcast before. You know that this show turns up.
My gosh, but That was my pick today. I'm not talking about it.
I just think, Troy, and I think the reason that I'm enjoying it so much is that we don't usually on television get to see young girls being that feral.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying feral in the sense that like primal, not feral as in kind of biting and scratchy, but just that whole thing about like being primal and being kind of lost in the woods and surviving and thriving in some cases, you know, just like I think that's just such a nice thing to see, like, because it doesn't happen much, because things with school girls particularly, the girls just tend to be mean,
oh my gosh,
bitchy and horrible. But these girls are actually cunning.
Yes.
And they've got like resources, and they've got like wiles, and they've got all this really cool stuff going on. So that's why I'm into it, just because it's like
you just want to get in there. You're like, oh man, just keep going. Just like I just want to the spectacle at this point. I love it.
Yeah,
it's like a social experiment. Just seeing, it's like
and
they're doing in the woods. What's going to happen next?
What's going to happen in the woods?
It's like a documentary almost. It's like watching, like, what are they going to do next? They kill this next beast next. What's going on?
Yeah.
Tribal mentality. I love it. I love that show. I love it. But yeah, Yellowjackets. Me and Helen could talk about it. It's literally all day. I get you right now. This show is too good at this point. But yeah, but we don't talk about it right now. We're gonna do. I'll talk about it a bit later. But my first pick. I didn't get my first pick yet. First pick is gonna be literally. I just saw this yesterday. I kid you not, I just saw this yesterday. It's a CW show.
Okay.
Literally not show me watching it because I've been catching up with so many of that stuff.
Stargirl.
No.
I'm not going to guess.
New one. It just dropped.
Good for them.
Naomi.
Yes, Naomi.
Wow, Naomi. I don't know what that is. Tell me, Troy. Tell me more.
Tell us more.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a decent start. It's the best of my eyes, but it's just like young black girl. She's seemingly from another planet.
Oh, this is a DC show.
DC, yes. There you go.
I see black girl glasses.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen some shots of this. I have seen a little
Ava
bit.
DuVernay, she made the show. I'm not a big fan of Ava DuVernay, but I gave the show a chance. I watched the first episode. Listen, let me check this out. There's nothing else to watch. I've just literally all the stuff I've been watching. So, and I was like, okay, let me just give it a chance. Put it on. A bubbly girl, and I was like, okay, she's a good personality, but then the stuff just got in the way, just like looking around, the childish stuff, and I was like, oh man, kind of slowed it down a little bit for me, the SJW stuff, and I was like, oh my god, so I knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming. It was a bit heavy on that in the first half of the episode, but anyone seen the episode knows exactly what I'm talking about. But it kind of holds its own afterwards because she's a skater. She's a big, and what I liked as well, she's a big fan of Superman, which I liked. I like that kind of thing about her. She's like a massive Superman fan. Not a super girl. No, it's not a Batgirl. No, she's a Superman fan, which I found interesting as well. It kind of reminded me of the Hawkeye type of thing, where she's a fan of Hawkeye, blah, blah, blah. But you never really see her now pushing that kind of thing where they're actually a fan of a male counterpart, you know what I mean? You never really push that, which I found pretty good. And she starts to display certain abilities throughout the episode. She wears these glasses, and for some reason she's wearing glasses and she can't really see very well. She's adopted, you know what I'm saying? And you know where that goes. When they say you're adopted in this superhero type of show, you know what's gonna happen next.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you know, yeah. So and I was like, oh my days, okay, she's obviously an alien. She's a fan of Superman. How on the nose is this? And I'm like, she's some kind of Kryptonian or something like that.
It's the worst name of a superhero ever, though, mate. Naomi.
What
a shit name. Come on, man.
No, it's just like the basicest name ever. But in terms of like a superhero show, I'm like, what the heck? Is she gonna get a name later on or something? I don't know. But for right now, she's just called Naomi. And it was directed pretty well. I like the directions of the show, to be honest. It reminded me of like the early CW shows, from like the early Flash type of thing. You know what I mean? When Flash was good. Actually remind me of like when the Flash was like really
She's
good.
Is that her real name? Because that's not even a secret identity, bro.
Yes, that's literally.
I wonder who my Naomi is.
Naomi, what the fuck? Yeah, who is Naomi? Just flying around. What's going on here? But apparently there was an event in the episode where Superman was fighting a villain, and apparently there was no kind of recollection of what was going on. Apparently, Superman, that wasn't really Superman, and there's all kind of mystery, conspiracy stuff going on because she's the biggest Superman fan, but yet she didn't know that Superman was going to literally shouldn't get to see what was going on. Apparently, nobody else saw it, but apparently it was a hoax. So there's all kind of things going on with this. It's kind of crazy, but there's a guy in here, and I don't know if any of you guys seen Power.
No.
Oh my God, Power! It's a great show. You haven't seen Power. It's a gritty show. I don't know if it's pretty grimy. But anyone's seen Power, there's a guy called Tommy Egan in the show. Pretty popular character in pop culture. But there's a guy that looks just like him. And this guy's huge. This guy faces just like proper like stern. This guy, he's an alien from another planet, so he tells Naomi that she's from another planet. Because he goes, "You're asking me the question. You're asking the wrong questions." He's literally gone full Rorschach the entire episode. I was like, that's tight. That was tight. The kind of guy in the show, he was kind of tight. But he had these massive metallic wings, and I was like, oh snap! I was like, okay, we got a little bit of budget behind this episode. I was like, all right, okay, so it's good start so far. And you got another black character called Zembosi. I think his name is Zembosi. He's kind of like this shadowy kind of character, who's this kind of car salesman. And he's kind of like easing Naomi into this kind of path. You don't know if he's gonna be a good guy or a bad guy. So this episode is kind of just like a kickoff episode. So obviously not much gonna happen into it right now, but at least we know that Naomi it's doing well so far. I like it. But we're gonna see by episode 2, it's kind of like it's kind of like it's all right. It's okay.
Dancing. You're not making a decision there. You're doing a little dance.
Yeah. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the next episode.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's interesting. But I think you should check it out. Just see for yourself. It's one of them shows where you have to see it for yourself. Because Ava DuVernay is not that the most popular creator in terms of stuff that she does, but it's interesting. We'll see how this goes. Because the comic run wasn't like that well received. So we're gonna see how this goes.
I'm just going to say, I think you should dance in every video you do on YouTube now. That little dance.
CW, you know right now, do you know, have you heard about it? CW is getting sold. You hear about it?
Who took Disney?
CW is getting sold, so we don't know who the heck's going to pick up Disney right now. We don't know, because CW is up for sale apparently right now. So
if it's CW, then they get all the DC stuff. That would be it.
Hey,
can you imagine? We've now got Superman, Batman, everyone. F you, Warner Brothers. We want Harry Potter. Give it to us.
They get all of it. They're like, give it to me. HBO, everyone's going to snatch that up. You know, it's going to be amazing.
Avengers versus Justice League. Confirmed.
Yeah, so CW, they're in trouble. But I know they keep releasing stuff like this, and I'm like, why are you releasing stuff like Naomi if your company's failing? It's like, what are you doing? It's not a very known entity, you know what I mean? A known IP. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's pretty refreshing. Obviously, you want to get some new faces out there. But at the same time, it's just like CW shooting themselves in the foot at the same time. But it's pretty interesting right now. First episode. Hey, that's my first episode done. As I said before, that's me done. So that's CW, I said before. Yeah. Check out.
All the first episode needs to do is make you want to watch the second, and it seems to have done that.
It has. That's what interesting qualities in there. That's very interesting qualities in there.
You would think that wouldn't be a hard thing to do, but the amount of shows I've watched for the first episode just completely does not lead me to leave. It's not hard to leave a bit of intrigue to make me get. Even a half decent show should be able to get you to episode 2 or 3 at least.
Yeah.
It's a rare show. That is bad enough in the first episode.
Pilot that gets you in. That's the gateway. You a little bit of hook. I'm like this right now. I'm like this. On the way. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the second episode, but it could easily fall off a cliff easily. Because the way the show is going, because I see certain elements of the show, and I'm like, okay, please don't lean to it so much. I can see where it's going. And you know what I mean. So once you see them, kind of, you're like, just be careful. It looks okay, but just you know what I'm saying. You see it coming. So,
I know. If you watch enough telly, you kind of know
exactly
what direction everything's going to go in.
Yeah. So you've got to be careful with that. So, but that's my first pick. So that is literally, that's my only pick because I'm just going to talk about Yellowjackets once again. Yellowjackets with a bit of recap real quick. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Go on.
First, a very important question, Troy.
Okay, go on. Go ahead.
Only you can answer this question.
Okay, go
Have you finished Lucifer?
on. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have finished it. Yes.
Oh my God! It took 3 months. Christ.
I finished it. I actually finished it. Yeah,
How is it?
couple months. Oh man, the ending was good, man. That was a great ending. I was like, oh man, it was sad, but I liked it. I liked it, man. It was a good ending, man. I found it decent send off to the cast. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I liked it. I don't know about because it was well received as well, so which I liked as well. So apparently Lucifer, they might be using his character in certain other shows, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Back to the Yellowjackets then.
yes, Yellowjackets. Me and Helen
Yellowjackets.
touched on a little bit at the start of the little talk, just a little bit.
I've not been this excited about a TV program for a very long time.
I know it came out. The thing is, this show came out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Because the only reason I heard of it is because you talked about it. Like I would never heard about it otherwise.
So it did in Squid Games. It just came out of nowhere and just
Yeah, literally.
But the thing is, it's got people in it, so I don't know why they didn't push it hard. Like the cast isn't
they've got good names.
nobody's.
Exactly, yeah. They've got big names in the show. So it's
You've got like Melanie Linksey and Juliette Lewis,
they got the licks.
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, especially Christina Ricci. I thought they would have pushed the heck out. But it was just kind of like low.
Wesley Adams.
Wednesday Adams, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she's in it. So she's like literally my favorite character in the show, Misty. My favorite character.
Oh, Misty. What are you up to?
Misty. Yes, Misty.
When you say Misty, it sounds like a Pokemon reference for some reason.
I knew you were gonna say Pokemon.
Misty.
I knew you were gonna say Pokemon. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, but yeah, she's my favorite character in the show. Just that craziness that she brings, man. Just the chaos. Just the, you know what I'm saying, the perseverance, the willpower just to get stuff done. But in the most wacky way possible. Which I love. I love that stuff. Christina Ricci's amazing. Even the original character, even in the past, the girl version, the little girl version of Misty as well is incredible as well. But everyone knows I'm a massive Christina Ricci fan. I'm a massive Christina Ricci fan.
I would have to say that the casting of the younger people is absolutely spot
on. Incredible. Yeah. I love
that. And they must have worked together quite a lot because they've got each other's mannerisms really down. Like the one that plays the young main one. God, I'm so bad with names. But the young Melanie Shauna, yeah, the young Shauna even sounds like the older one, like the way that she talks, and it's amazing.
And the little looks that she does as well, like the little looks This was like, oh my days, perfect. My goodness, how they captured this kind of show like this? I don't get it. I don't know how they did this.
It's really good.
Out of nowhere, and just word of mouth. That's all this show needs, just word of mouth. And you go out there, and everyone's like, yes, Yellowjackets, let's go.
And I also can't help but kind of chuckle a bit that the male characters are like basically one-dimensional. And are simply there to pull the plot forward. It's like,
I'd never think I'd love a show like this as well, because I'm like, oh my days, SJW, all woman cast.
But all the men in it are like written like female characters are written in most other shows.
Yes, it literally flipped it all the way around as well.
Yeah.
I love they did that. The dynamic is great.
And it's like, every single one of these men has. If there was an opposite of the Bechdel test, this would fail because none of the men have spoken to each other in this entire film. It's amazing.
Like the reverse Bechdel test.
Yeah, it's like the Bechdel test.
Now we know women feel.
There's a scene with like when the character's called Shauna. It's like she goes, "Hey, have you been in the safe? Remember the last episode? Have you been in the safe?" He's like, no.
Now we know how they feel.
Looks like a woman with that, you know, in certain shows, a woman with that to go.
Yeah.
Stuff like that makes me laugh. I love that stuff.
There's I can't remember what I think it's called, the sexy lamp test, and it's like it's like the Bechdel test, but if this woman was replaced by an inanimate object like a lamp, would the plot still be the same? And yeah, you can say that about every single man in Yellowjackets.
It's true. They're literally just there, just to like, push pop on. They literally there.
Or they get ended off to kind of give the women something to fight about. Like, you know, like, there's literally a man killed in the first episode to drag the plot forward. And I'm like, yeah, this is the equality that we're looking for.
This show is incredible. I'm like in love with. This show is incredible. I love it. I like all the characters. So it's funny as well. Every character, I love it. The show. Jackie, even though Jackie's annoying as heck, Jackie that's she. Jackie, oh my goodness, Jackie. But yeah, she's annoying as heck, but she's a great antagonist. She's a great villain.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, she's incredible. And I love the person who plays her as well. I love the actor. If she's in, she's always really good anyway. So she's incredible. But yeah, that's just my mirror. I could talk all day. I'm just gonna break. I'll talk all day about this. So yeah, in that case, I just want to catch up you guys up on that. So yeah, the tribal stuff. Shrooms gets involved in the latest episode. Shrooms gets involved in this, and it was chaos.
Yep.
Lovely. Hold on a second. Yeah. I don't go too deep into no spoilers, so anyone's gonna see the episode, but yeah, incredible. The last episode is coming up. So yeah.
Next week, isn't it?
Yes. So it is coming up, and it's gonna be incredible. I see it already. People are saying the cast was like, "Yeah, you're gonna cry in the last episode." And I'm like, "Oh my days, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, please, 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 please. It's crazy." But yeah, it's me done. Yeah. Naomi first pick, and I'll just talk about Yellowjackets. Yeah, Showtime. There we go.
Right.
Cool. Who's gonna go next?
I do think you said you'd go second.
Yeah, she said she wanted to go next. I was like, no.
Okay, so actually, I'm going to talk about a Korean series which has actually been blowing up in Singapore for the past few weeks, I believe. Yep, and the only reason why I watch this is because, okay, you guys know 9gag, right? We actually have our own SGag page.
Oh.
Yeah, we have our own SGag in Singapore Gag, like it's full of memes and all. And they've actually been featuring this like Korean reality series. It's called Love Inferno.
Love.
Okay.
Love Inferno. Do you guys have that in the UK?
Love her nose.
Love Inferno.
Love Inferno.
I've watched this. Let's go. I've watched the first episode. Right. I'm not being massively rude. Me and my wife watched the first episode of this, and without being massively insensitive to Korean people, the first four lads on this the beach all look exactly the same, with the same nose, the same hairstyle, and dear Lord, I couldn't tell. They all dressed the same. They were like a clone factory, and then the women came out, same hair color. Like God knows how I meant to tell any of these people apart, because they've all got the same curvy hair or straight hair, nose, no beards, except for the fifth guy who's a muscle guy with a big beard. You can tell him apart, but the other four guys look like they're in a Korean pop band. All clean cut, nice hairstyles. It's lovely, but I can't tell them the difference. They're all skinny looking guys.
They're not skinny, they're muscular, like.
And they all do sports. Like the most sexiest Korean people they could find. None of them are boring, and they've all got egos like, I'm a sexy person. What is this, Love Island, like Essex? I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah, literally, it's Love Island, the Asian version. I mean,
I turned it on.
Okay, right.
I watched one episode, and I just thought, no. So basically, if they form a couple, right, they go to paradise.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
But what's the Inferno? Is it like a fire?
It's actually a desert island, like, God knows where. I have no idea where it is.
Somewhere off the coast of South Korea.
Yeah, and they call it an Inferno, like, hello, you haven't been to Southeast Asia, okay?
I
You
hope we
haven't
all
been
get.
to Sentosa Island. Yeah, so basically it's this bunch of people. It's actually the Asian version of like the Too Hot to Handle or those like shows, but I mean, for us Singaporeans, we can actually like click with it because it's Asian and all, so we can relate, I guess. Yeah, and in Asia, maybe we share like, similar beauty standards and all. So it's basically a few, okay, it started off with 9 hot single people, and the men are all titty men. They had big ass and titties.
God, now I know where you put this one. Go
The
ahead.
metal.
Now we get to why we're watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense now. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so
Full
they're
of titty men.
yeah, there's the
All
island.
the titty man. All the titty man.
Yes, and actually, I find the men very attractive. That's the standard in Korea and for Asia as well, to be frank. And I find those kind of men attractive actually, and the girls as well. That's actually the standard in Asia. Yeah.
I'm not
So,
judging you. I'm
okay.
judging you.
I mean, yeah. So, and they actually have to like form a couple at the end of 9 days and find love. But to be frank, right, I see it a bit as sketchy because apparently some of the couples on the show who left together, they actually digged up some information that they are no longer together and all. I mean, how can you find love in 9 days and it's a stranger on a desert
This,
island?
this is the thing about these type of shows. They never stick together. They burn out very quickly after the
Yeah,
show. That's what I
they
always
never
find.
do. Yeah,
Fucking staged. That's why most of it's staged. That's why.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get paid.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
actually has
Paid.
several issues. Like, there's this dude, his name is Sehun, and he likes this girl, Jion. And he's stalker crazy, like he keeps going after her, even though she rejected him many times. Yeah, and he is like, when I like a girl, I have to date her. I will never give up. And I'm
Oh
like,
no, boys.
I'll
That's not
never
the
give up.
that's
yeah,
not the
exactly.
attractive quality that you think it is, lads.
These people, this is the type of people on this show. This is why I stopped after episode 1 because they're all basically people like Love Island, where you just want to slap all of them across the face because they're so arrogant and stupid. That's why I stopped watching the show because they found the most annoying people possible for this show. Listen,
So
you would think it was made in Britain.
yeah.
The way it is.
So anyway, yeah, this dude he pursues the girl relentlessly, even though she rejected him many times. And there were so many memes on the Singapore gag page. Like we all have that one friend in the
Ah.
circle. Yeah, we actually do, right? We all have this like one guy friend who would chase the girl nonstop. And she rejected him so many times, but in the end they got together and left. So this dude Sehun, he had literally no girls interested in him for the first 6 episodes. And only in the 6th episode, there were 3 newcomers, one guy and 2 girls. And the 2 new girl comers were like interested in him, but he still wants to choose Jiun. And everyone just face palm. This guy is an obsessed stalker, Never have him in your life. If it's real life, I would call the cops, to be frank. Yeah. Yeah. But international fans think this guy is a sick fuck. But Koreans actually respect him for not giving up. I don't know how, but even in Singapore, we think he's a sick fuck.
Never give up.
Yeah.
No, you should always give up. You should always give up.
I'm getting dating advice. I'd just like to tell you, ladies, you
No.
don't have to give me dating advice. I'm married. Ding.
Okay.
Give it to Troy.
You're
Give
right
it to
there.
Troy.
I'm good.
If
It's
you were
not
to put your
dating
left hand
advice,
up, it would just have sticky stuff on it, Troy.
I need it. I'm good.
It's the difference.
Yeah. So, and that's
A no is not a starting point for negotiation, everyone. It's
Yeah,
a no. It's a whole sentence.
Helen's like, it's a no. It's a no.
It's a whole damn sentence. And if you want to come and ask a question another day, that's fine, but it is not your job.
Yeah, so I don't know how I jumped.
Ladies, if you don't like the face, use mace.
Okay, yeah. So, but the trailer was good. You know why? They show all the man titties. Then I'm like, yeah.
Man titty buffet.
Yes, it was a buffet, a man titty
A
buffet.
delicious titty buffet.
We need to take away your Netflix subscription, Tara.
No, you cannot. I pay for it.
Oh my gosh.
I never parasite of anyone. I pay for it myself. So
Titty queen.
Exactly.
yep. And so there's this character. Her name is Gia, and for us, she's really annoying. First of all, I don't mean to be rude or bash her or anything, but a disclaimer: don't hate. I don't want anyone listening, say that I'm like bashing or what. Okay, she looks like the human version of Corpse Bride.
I don't want to say anything mean about her, but she looks like a dead person is my favorite sentence of the
Right.
podcast so
Okay.
far.
So yeah, the Corpse Bride, the way it looks like, she literally looks like the human edition of Corpse Bride, and I don't know why her face is caked with makeup. She's not very attractive without all her makeup. She's the only one wearing like a full face of makeup on the stupid desert island. And then my friend is like, dear Lord, why do you wear a Chanel dress to the beach, and like why you wear a face full of makeup? Like, isn't it hot? Yeah. And then yeah, she actually has all the guys interested in her. She had like 3 suitors and all, and I don't know why she's very popular when the other girls were better looking. But let's say in the Korean beauty standard, she was like super popular. But the other girls are more popular internationally. But even in Singapore, we don't really like her as well. So, I mean, frankly, how would you even find the human edition of like Corpse Bride attractive?
I mean, there are people out there that are into that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have
they
you?
are. Apparently, a
Um,
lot of hormonal Korean men, I can say.
mm,
I can't argue with you on that.
Everyone wants something, so hey.
Yeah, and there's another issue. I'm not
Everyone.
raise this issue of the controversy that it actually got into, because this is a bit of a sensitive issue. Yeah,
okay.
given that
Yeah.
we're a diverse podcast, right? So apparently, the stalker freak Sehun, the reason why he chased Jiyoon was because of his first impression of her, because of her skin tone. It was he said something like, it's very pale. She looks very pale, white, and pure. I gotta have her." And the minute he said
Oh,
that, a lot of international fans were very enraged and like, yo, dude, are you like obsessed with her skin tone or something? That's why you want to pursue her relentlessly? Yeah.
it does happen, unfortunately, though, from what I understand.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh yeah, she's my ideal type, blah blah blah. But dude, she rejected you fucking million times.
Yeah, I don't know about
Topic
you guys, but my ideal type is somebody that actually wants to go out with me.
Yeah, and you know what's the funny part? So there was another tan skin Korean girl. Her name is Soyeon, and he doesn't want to date her because she's tan. And she said something to him like, June has rejected you many many times already, and you still keep trying for what? And that actually blew off his ego. He's like those stupid hormonal guys, like, oh yeah, I never lose, she cannot reject me, cannot say no to me, no no no, must say yes. And he's like, you hurt my feelings, you hurt my ego, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I feel like slapping him, seriously. This kind of guy needs a slap. No wonder nobody likes you for the first 6 episodes. The newcomers who came in didn't know what kind of shit you are. Like, he only pretended to be nice to them so that he could get girls interested, but he still chose Jiyoon. So in the end, I'm like, okay, at least the newcomers, of course, they don't know, right? They don't stick with you from day one. They don't know what kind of a shit he is. So yeah, he's my most hated guy in the series.
Fair.
Anything
Completely
else?
fair. Completely fair. He
Damn.
sounds terrible.
He sounds terrible, but Koreans respect him. But even in Singapore, we don't like him. We find him a fuck. Yeah. So
He
yeah,
sounds like one.
and yeah, there's a lot of characters and a lot of manatees, for those who love manatees, by the way. So, but I'll just ask you something. Do you think it's even possible to find love on a stupid desert island in 9 days?
Look, I don't watch Love Island, but I watch Married at First Sight Australia.
And how?
And some of those couples who get paired up are still together.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know whether it's all like for convenience and stuff. But I think you can find something. But whether it's love or not, I think there must be something about being in that environment where it's all very accelerated and very intense.
I
It's
know,
like
right?
you can
Yeah.
get to know somebody really, really quickly and, spend time with them and like a lot of intense interaction. But there was that show, what was it called? Was it Love at First Sight or something on
Yes.
Netflix? When they like had to propose to somebody before they'd seen them.
Oh my gosh. I mean, personally, I don't believe in love at first sight. That's more of infatuation.
Or lust.
Yeah, infatuation or lust. Yeah, I think to love someone, you've got to get to know them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I think, and I don't think you can find people in 9 days though. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about this trend. Okay, so recently there's this trend on TikTok where everyone has been doing, literally every Singaporean, or can I say any Asian? Yeah, sorry, this is the video actually I wanted to show you. So it's actually a video to see which of the cast members you resemble on the show. So everyone has been doing that, so I'm going to show you mine. And just don't mind the song, I know it's annoying, but yeah, like, so I didn't get the Corpse Bride. Do you think she looks like Corpse Bride? This one?
Corpse Bride, no?
She's definitely got some suggestive eyebrows going on.
I know what you mean. She's got that very kind of blank-eyed,
Yes.
big
Well,
eyes, and
someone's prepared her after she's died for the coffin. Yeah, I
she
get that.
does
Yes,
look.
yeah.
Yeah, she looks a bit like a mannequin, like a.
Sorry that steamroller ran over your face, but we've managed to reconstruct it so she looks nice in the side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Gia really looks like the real human.
Trendy monster.
Don't even
That's
find her
alright. That's
attractive.
Her name.
It's alright.
Yeah, for us Singaporeans, we
Sure.
don't really find her attractive, to be frank. So I got this other girl, by the way, and you see how it morphs.
That
Yeah,
one is.
Oh yeah.
she looks better, right? And you know what's the funniest part? I found out that we have the same birthday.
That is weird.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, we have the same. Yeah, I got this girl called Minji. She's one of the latecomers, and you know what? She likes video games as well.
Video games.
Yeah, and I just found out that we have the same birthday. So I'm like, I mean, not the year, of course, just the month and the day. So, but yesterday I brought it to the office to like test it on some of my colleagues actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was quite fun though. I brought it to test on some of my colleagues. So yeah.
Excellent.
Interesting.
Cool.
Interessante.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's my pick for the day. I don't think you can find love in 9 days, unless it's just a reality. It's just a show for fun, so I don't think it's serious or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it love, but sometimes there must. Yeah, I think you can go through like a bonding experience that kind of comes from that shared experience.
It's definitely not 9 days though.
But it's probably more to do with more of a trauma response than anything else.
Exactly.
You're trapped in this place, you have to respond.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason why
Talk to me, please.
You snorted through my nose like a pig for that. That was good.
And okay, so that girl, right, that I got, Minji, apparently she sucked the whole time on the island. I think, and people complain about that, but deep down, right, I think she knew it was stupid. Like, why do I have to come on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she probably wasn't happy on the desert island. I mean, I wouldn't be able to be sulking either. So yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Well, Ben, do you want to go next, or will I?
Yeah. So
Right. So I was going to bring up another dating show, but I'm not going to. Well, no, there is one show that I've watched one episode of very quickly. It's called Future Diary. It's a Japanese one.
Yeah.
So this one's even worse. So if you think it's really, really fixed and all made up, this one's even worse. They literally give them a script, like a diary, and tell them how to act on the date. And it's like a social experiment to see if they fall in love. So basically, they're told what to say, where to go, how to do it. Literally, we already know it's fixed anyway. These things are never real. It's all bullshit anyway. So like, literally, we see the diary, and then we decide, then they just act it out, and at the end we see if they fall in love. It's awful. Again, I've only watched one episode of that. It's like Love Inferno. You're just like, oh god, I'm overdosing on shows now. I've given up. Yeah, I watched the first episode. It comes out weekly. I don't know if I can be bothered. I mean, there is one bit in a cinema where they have everyone that was selected. This is the bit where I stopped watching the show nearly because it's like awful. It's all the people inside of like a room, and then the lights go off, and there's two of them left, and they both don't see each other for 30 seconds. I'm like, come on. The lights go off, everyone leaves the room somehow 10 seconds later without making a noise, and they were like, oh, it's like porno acting. It's like the worst acting you've ever seen of them being surprised by each other. Like,
Right.
come on. How have 80 other people left this room without you not noticing? Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there's a bit, they go on a boat together, and the guy is a chef. He has to make food for them. They fall in love. It's the worst kind of. It makes Love Inferno look like an Oscar winner. So, Future Diary, don't watch it. Or do watch it. I bet it's really funny if you get up a bit of alcohol in your system. It's going to be hilarious.
Okay, yeah, definitely. There's another one called Real Love as well. It's another Japanese.
Yes, it's the worst show ever.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
You know, Ben's face. Ben is excited right now. Look at him, he's excited.
Okay, yeah.
Should we talk about the show, Tara? Let's just do love, real love.
Yeah, so Real Love, they gathered like, I don't know, like how many participants? 8 participants of 8 male and 8 females. And
oh no, 10 males.
Oh, okay,
and
right.
7 because a lot of them dropped out.
Yes, yeah.
Basically, they've all got secrets, right?
Yes, yeah, that's
Okinawa,
yeah.
Which is the southernmost Japanese island, and it's another Japanese love show, and they've done what every other country does with their love shows. They're trying to spice it up in a new way. So these guys have got secrets, right? They've got a dirty secret.
Like
go ahead.
Like they work in the porn industry, the AV industry, those, or as a prostitute, or what? So I should say those kind of dark secrets.
Or they fucked 800 athletes.
Oh my
800 athletes. So basically, they're randomly, and it's not random because they make it very clear early on. There's an IT guy who owns an IT career company. There's 2 women, and they are meant to randomly just pick a card out randomly during the day and just randomly bang one of them. And then it's a case of, can they have love if you know their dirty secret still? Can it derail a relationship? And it's obviously they leave the 2 girls he likes the whole way through. They leave theirs last, which is not random. Sorry, I can see right through it. So you've got porn actresses, porn actors, someone that's got 50 million yen in debt for a music video for an accuser. There's a guy that has to cheat on people because he gets aroused by taking partners away from people and cheating on them. It's awful. He can't get an erection unless he's having an affair with someone. There's a guy that is spent a lot of money on plastic surgery, which isn't that bad compared to some of these. There's a guy who cross-dresses as a woman. Again, not too bad. They don't take the piss too much on that one, and that's his shame. There's a guy that has had 10,000 partners or something.
What?
It's just awful. Some of them aren't funny. Some of them are like their partner ran off with their wife ran off with their brother.
Oh my gosh.
And there's one that was left with 3. She's got 3 kids, and some of them are quite heartfelt. But some of them are amazingly funny. Like you just sit there and you just laugh. It's like, why did you come on this show?
Okay, right. I mean, yeah, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but the people were just so unattractive. I watched one episode and I kind of got turned off by the way they look and all. So I'm like, I don't want to watch it.
What's your favorite confession in the show?
I've only watched one episode, to be honest. Then I'm like, I can't
watch all 9 episodes. They're amazing. It's trashy, but it's interesting to see what the next card is and like what's coming out, because you do try and guess before by looking at them, and it's awful. You're judging them by what they say and stuff. It is the worst car crash television, but it's so much better than Love Inferno, Inferno Island, or whatever we called it, and
Really?
Future Diary. And it's
I-
much more entertaining than Terrace House, which is just people sitting in a nice house talking about going on dates. It's the best love show of all time. It's awful. And I
Okay,
don't
okay.
even. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but the first episode turned me off because they were so visually unattractive.
But that's right. They're normal people. They're not just attractively supermodels. Every show does this now. It's so good to see some nice looking people and just ordinary looking people going on dates. It's really cool because it's not. I like that. It's about embracing your dark secret and being at peace with it. It's actually got a nice little message underneath, or it's for shock value. But I really appreciate that. Go finish it, Tara. You'll be
Okay, okay.
amazed at who's who.
Okay, but I'm just
See
want to
the
find out
for
one
something
thing.
outside. I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I just want to find out one thing, right? Because initially when they were introducing each other to each other, there was this girl. I'm not sure she was a graveyard idol, and she had that very like kawaii, cute vibe. And then she had so many men interested in her. Then I'm like, whoa, is this the Japanese version of Song Jia from Love Inferno? Yeah. Then I'm like, what? Why are so many men interested in
Do you
girls
want to know
like?
a secret?
Yeah, I want to know a secret.
She's the
Why?
porn actress.
Oh, no wonder.
Thing. She had like 7 guys because sometimes they ask them, right, guys, you go to the girl you want to go on a date with, and some of them get multiple. So if you get more than one, you've got to take them all on a date. So then when it was the girls, but it was funny. She took 7 of the guys.
Oh God. It
Yeah,
is a
she
good
took 7.
outing.
What 7 of them on a date?
It's
And
like 7 dogs.
left 6 other guys there, like with no date. Like, it was funny. So it's not funny, but it's just amazing. Like they all went for this one immediately, and I went, "She's a porn actress." My friend went, "No." I went, "There's something not right about her. She's very un-Japanese with how she spoke, very confident and very Western." I was like, "She's too confident. I don't like it. It's a trap." And you turn out she's the porn actress, which obviously. And there's a bit where she just puts her arms out and she does that so that she can have a banana, so that one of the men can feed her with a spoon. And that's when I went, porn actress. She's too eager.
Right. Yeah.
That mouth is too eager. Sorry. No, and I also wanted to talk. Helen looks disgusted by me right now.
I'm not. No, I'm just. I can't contribute. I haven't seen it, so I'm just listening.
Same here. I'm just taking it all in. That's what I'm doing right now.
So from that to children murderers, I'm now going to talk about Erased, which is
Oh yes, I know. Yeah.
Raised. Okay.
Raised, which is obviously Troy might know it. It's a Japanese.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
So basically, there's a famous anime of it as well. But obviously, I'm talking about the live action one because there is. How do I describe it? You know, there's animation, voice acting, but then this is a bit more. You can see the actor's face, so it's a bit more. It's exactly the same story, but it's a little bit more. The actors can add more layers on because they can use their face and be a bit more. They can change the performance. So basically, this show is about a gentleman called Satoru. So he can time travel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is in Hokkaido, which is in the north of Japan, very snowy. And we find out like he's a struggling manga artist, and also like he works at a pizza shop at the moment. And he has like a spider sense type thing sometimes. So he will go like a Groundhog Day loop until he finds out the thing that he needs to fix. So, for example, we see it first. There's a truck. He's going down the street on his moped to deliver pizza, and he comes back through again. He's like, "Right, what's wrong?" So he goes again. He's looking at everything. He's trying to find who's in danger. It's a kid crossing the street, and a driver's gone to sleep in the truck. And you start to see that, but that's not where the main point of this story is. Back when he was younger, we find out his mum visits, and they now live in Chiba, which is next to Tokyo. And basically, there was some murderings going on when he was a kid, and he doesn't remember because he was young, and his mum gets murdered in episode 1, and that's what I'm going to spoil. But something happens, like his mum gets murdered, and he time travels so hard due to running away from the police back to 1988, where the murders happened in the north of Japan when he was a kid. But this is the interesting bit. He is still the 22, 27, 28-year-old in his body. He's got the brain of an adult. So he can change the time, and you can hear him in the background of the kid.
Yeah.
And there is a bit where he tries to save the girl, and she falls in love with him. Obviously, they don't go anywhere dodgy with it. He's just trying to protect as a friend, but it's very young, 10-year-old, very innocent, like making sure she's protected. And then you keep going back and forth to change things again. But the problem with the show is if Tara's watched it all the way through, Tara will know what I'm about to say. It's very obvious who the murderer is because there's only one guy it can be.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I sat there watching the anime going, it's him. It's him. There's all these women, and it's him. There's the only male character, adult male character in 1988. And it can only be him. And it's good. It's good. It's just I don't know.
Love it.
It's how do you describe it? It's really, really well acted. It's really good. I enjoyed it, but it kind of feels like they didn't know how to finish it. It kind of runs out of steam.
Okay, it's one of them ones.
And it doesn't explain how time travel's changed everything and why there's not like a big hole in the space-time continuum or anything like that. Because he's jumping back and forth like Doctor Who, just fixing things like a Stephen Moffat episode. And it's good. It's really good, and I think you should watch it. It's praised on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's 12 episodes. It's half an hour each.
Okay.
It's really punchy, and yeah, go watch it. Raised. It's good. It's better. The anime. It's better than the anime. It's just, I don't know, man.
The anime, okay. The anime.
It's a bit weird, but it's also good, and I think even Helen will enjoy it. And she doesn't really watch Asian stuff, so I think you should give it a try. It's a good drama. It's a bit funny.
Okay.
There's some cringeworthy, cheesy dialogue. There's a great line when his mum dies in episode 1. He's going, "You can take the one train to Chiba." It's like, what? You what? Eh? What line is that? It made me howl with laughter because it's just like the weirdest. They had an argument about the trains before. That you can take a train all the way to Chiba or something.
Yeah.
That is his death cry when he's holding her in his arms, like, oh, like that. So awful. It made my wife laughed at that because she was doing some work in the room when I was watching it, and she started laughing when she heard, without looking around. She started laughing at the same time as I did when she heard it. But that is awful. I was like, yeah, that's not a good line. That's awful, but it's pretty cool. The main character is not the most emotional person. And I have to say one thing though. When they time skip back, you see where the gap is, why he has a gap in his memory.
Okay.
If you've been in a coma for 10, 15 years, right? I do expect that character to grow in the bed. Fine. But I also expect that the adults around them would age or change their clothes. You don't go from 1988 to 2003 fashion. You don't have the same fashion. They keep the same hairstyles.
Yeah, different styles, yeah.
But don't age them up a bit. 15 years, you age a little bit. And they don't look a bit different. All the school kids with him, when he during that period, they all grow up like him. That's fine. But the adult, like the mums and dads and teachers, all look exactly the same. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
And there's one bit where they're searching for the killer. 15 years later, they're still in the same room looking. It's like, but neither of you have aged a bit. What's going on here? And it throws you because you're then trying to figure out the timeline. It's just a bit of weird moment. And I don't know, man. There's
The weird one.
the worst wig in the world on the mum when she's older. It just looks terrible. It makes a beautiful woman look like a craggy old 60-year-old. It's horrible. So yeah, go watch the race.
Okay.
Interesting.
But do laugh at some of the cheesy lines. It's more cheesy than a cheese stick.
She's the cheese.
What do you think, Tara, before we go on to Helen?
I'm not really sure what to think. I think maybe I need to catch up a bit more on Japanese programs because I've been indulging Korean ones a lot. Yeah. And some Thai as well. Yeah, that's what I think.
So what do you think of Hoorays, Tara? That's what I was going with. I don't know.
I'm not sure what to think actually.
Okay, cool. I thought she knew about the communication breakdown. Go watch it then, Tara. Right. Helen, before you fall asleep, would you like to tell us what you want to talk about?
Right, I'm happy this week because Dexter finally has a satisfying ending.
I had a joke, and
People
I
have
said,
said Helen.
I know you're going to talk about Dexter. What do you want to talk? And I forgot. You were obviously going to talk about Dexter. You told us this week. Go for it.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to spoil it because some people might not have seen it. But
No.
It's alright. Don't worry about that. It's fine.
the first time it ended, I think we should just forget about that because Dexter is a lumberjack now. It was not a satisfying ending for anyone.
I got one question.
But the new ending,
Yeah.
spot on, mate. Spot on.
I've got one question.
Go on.
Does he have his pecs out with a hairy chest in the snowy mountains of like wherever he is with an axe? Saying, I'm a lumberjack and I ain't okay. I work all night and I sleep all day.
No.
God
and to suggest that he's a girly just like his dear mama when his dear mama was killed when he was a baby and he was in the room, hence him being Dexter. Slightly insensitive, Ben.
I do apologise.
No. So I'm not going to spoil it because not everybody's seen it yet and I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
However, they got the ending right this time as far as I'm concerned and a lot of people are moaning about it, but I don't care. It's good. It's my ending.
Everything.
Yeah.
I just think there was no other way they could have ended it and it should have ended it like that the first time.
Can I be honest with you? People are never happy now with any ending. People just moan about everything now. So I trust your judgment more than some irate basement dwellers who live in their mum's basement in America.
Oh, like when people complain about stupid things like, oh, it was too simple, it was too clear cut, or yeah, you know what? If it was too complicated or it wasn't like a proper ending, you wouldn't. If it ended like The Sopranos, you'd be moaning about that, saying, "Oh, that's not a proper ending." But it's too final or too simple. Nah.
Like Cowboy Bebop ending, bang, and
get on with it. Just deal with it. That's the way it is.
Not up until the end of the episode.
And just before I got on the call to you, I was watching the new episode of Euphoria. So Euphoria is back.
Everyone's on this Euphoria flex. Is it good?
It's good. It is good. Yeah, it's good. I like it. The opening episode is something. Yeah.
It's something.
It's something.
It's something.
Would you like to explain it to us a bit more?
Look, let's just say it's the first time I've seen an erect penis on television.
Okay.
You have not been looking hard enough, Helen. I've seen it before you.
An erect one, and you can show
a big floppy one, yes.
It's called the Mull of Kintyre rule, right? There's an island in Scotland called the Mull of Kintyre that's at a certain angle to the British Isles, and it used to be the myth. I don't know if it's a myth, I don't know if it's real, but a penis on television could not be a greater angle than the Mull of Kintyre is to the UK, the rest of the UK, and this was definitely not the Mull of Kintyre. I didn't think you were allowed to do that, but they did. They went there. And This Is Us is in for its final series. I've had 2 episodes of that on Amazon, and The Apprentice is back on BBC One. But I just think they're being willfully stupid in this series. I don't think there's anything to be said about it. But my actual pick is British. It's on Channel 4, and it's called Screw. And it's a kind of dark comedy slash drama about a young girl going into work in a men's prison. And she's a probationer. And I think by the end of the first episode, you kind of find out that there's some other stuff going on with her. But it's got Nina Sasanya in it, who's always good in everything that she's in. I really like her. And a couple of other kind of faces. So the flatmate from I May Destroy You, who's also in everything, is in this too. And it's just nice. It's got some nice moments. And I think the fact that it's a men's prison means that we can spend time with different prisoners and not get bored while we're going through the kind of main story. So yeah, it's really good. And if you've got spare time before that's on, The Doghouse is also on Channel 4 at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, just before Screw, that's on at 9. And if you want to cry and see some cute dogs, I would definitely recommend that, because it's basically like first date for dogs. So people go, they tell their story about why they're looking for a dog, and then they match them up with the dog, and then you get to see them meeting the dog for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get like a little update like sometime later to find out how they're getting on as a family. And yeah, there's usually tears. But yeah, that's just a little, like, if you want something light-hearted or, you know, a little bit nice, a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, get The Dog's House on before you watch Screw. That's a little bit darker. But it's already going to some quite interesting places. Like, after the first episode, I wasn't sure whether, like, the men in the prison were just there for kind of comic relief, or there was actually going to be some stuff clear. But the second episode, yeah, I think there's going to be like a kind of prisoner of the week thing going on.
Okay.
Alongside all the storylines. But yeah, it's smart. It's really clever. It's really good. There you go. That's my pick.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Screw. A lot of people tell me about that show as well. My whole family, they're like, hey, what's Screw? My cousins and that. So I'm like, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you like telly. You like this.
Screw.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's worth it.
How many episodes are there so far?
Worth your time.
How many episodes of Screw are there?
2 have been on proper television, but I think they're all on all 4.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to be good and watch it a little bit at a time, because I binged a couple of things and I really regret it.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you've got like an ice cream stomach, like you're feeling a bit sick.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, I wish, like, there's some things that I've watched over the last couple of weeks, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch. It's like they're on normal television, but they've whacked up all the episodes on like iPlayer or something, or 4OD. You just think, oh, I'll just watch it. Nothing better on. I did that with Toasted Tinseltown, and I really wish that I'd savoured it because it was so good.
Yeah. I did that once with I told you guys about Heroes. I did that with my Heroes, and I was like, I felt hollow afterwards. I was like, man, I felt empty.
Yeah.
What happened to me? I never did it again.
The void.
I felt like, a massive void. I was like,
yeah, that's the void.
Yes.
Like, what do I watch next that can even come close to that masterpiece? It's
Well, not series 2 of Heroes, as we found out.
yeah. Four seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Lost. Boing! No.
Look, I've come into your house, podcast house, with love in my heart. Right? An absolute open mind and open arms. And you come here to me like this and do me a violence like that.
No. Then come with that 3-piece.
I'm joking, don't worry. In 2 weeks, we will sort this out once.
Yeah. Some of the best episodes of Lost were not in the first series, and you know it.
And you know it.
You know it. I don't even have to say, but like the Constant is not in series 1, which is probably one of the best episodes of television of all time. Never mind of Lost.
In 2 weeks, we're going to have that conversation about Lost.
No,
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm ready.
No, I'm not going to shit on it the whole way. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit where we have to kick it in the face.
Kick it in the face.
We have to. It's sworn duty to warn people.
You're not the only one that can choose violence, Ben.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't hit women, so it's not a fair
Red,
fight.
watch out. She's coming for your neck. She's coming for that
Look.
It's coming
head.
from my balls. Is more what?
Violence. I'm not talking about physical violence. I'm talking about metaphorical
okay.
violence.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. There's no actual violence happening here. There's going to be no kicking.
That's what you say now.
Just reach for the screen. Just grab it.
I'm not here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where you live. I might find out depending on how far you go with it. But you know.
I mean, I'm glad at the moment you can't reach through screens at the moment. That day will come one day, and it's going to be a sad day for me when it does, because I'm screwed when that happens.
Yeah,
But can you imagine how much
screw yourself.
nicer the internet's going to be, though, if you like there was actual consequences to what people said to you?
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good thought, isn't it? Like,
I mean, what did you say? About nothing.
yeah.
Say what about my dog? No.
Want to say that to my face?
Yeah, I'm going to come
Yeah,
into your
think
room
so.
now for your laptop. I'm going to come and rearrange your bookshelf. That was
Rearrange your bookshelf.
I can't always be swearing.
Rearrange your bookshelf.
That is such a nerd insult. I'm going to come round your house and rearrange your bookshelf.
What's that? Oh, what's that? You got no clothes? Oh, I wonder where they've gone. You're going to have to go to work naked, then, aren't you? Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna rearrange your bookshelf. Watch out.
Just imagine you can walk through Boris Johnson's house and just like every time just come out the computer screen and kick his ass.
Okay.
See, no, I don't see this. Everybody's wanting to saying Johnson out, like, and all that stuff. Like, I don't think it's going to make a difference because the ones that aren't Johnson are just as bad, if not worse. Because we get rid of him, and it's like the bloody Hydra. You know, Priti Patel's head's going to pop up, or Rishi Sunak's head's going to pop up,
going to take his place. Yeah, exactly.
or somebody much more evil. Nah, get rid of a whole lot of them.
Or just drop a nuclear bomb on the House of Commons and murder all the cunts. That's what I just say. It's much easier.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to get political, but yeah.
But let's get political.
Guys, the opinions of Ben Gilman. That's just him. No, reflect the rest of this team.
At this point, are you not surprised?
I'm not surprised. I don't know why anybody is surprised. Everybody knew who they were voting for, but they still voted for him.
My behaviour.
Oh, your behaviour? Yeah, no, that's not a surprise.
Nobody's surprised by my behaviour anymore, to be fair.
Literally no one at this point.
If you are surprised, then clearly you're new around here and you've not listened to the previous 2 episodes of this podcast.
You're a newbie, go back and watch episode 1, catch up.
Oh, don't do that. There's some
do it. No, do it. Catch up.
Watch the last couple, man. It's much better.
No, I want to catch up. I want to go forward. I want to feel that love. You know what I'm saying?
As far as I'm concerned, it's always been me and Troy and some other people, and now it's Helen and Tara, and that's all I can remember. It's me, Troy, and Helen and Tara came up. That's the rewritten history of Scry Syndrome.
Oh, revised history, yes. Revised history, yes. There we go. Reborn. We are being reborn. That's what we're doing right now.
Shots fired. No,
this is version 2. That's what we got right now.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? Oh, let's be honest. Quick email from Jessica from New York. I hope it's Jessica from Jessica Jones. Jessica. David Tennant.
That other big line was so amazing.
So Blackwater Fells, which was on Channel 4 a couple of years ago, David Tennant was an arsehole and he hated Jessica. Didn't like Jessica Jones. There was another show that he was in that he hated Jessica. If your name's Jessica in a show, he don't like you. He's coming. Right. So, who has the best haircut?
Deadwater Fell is good, by the way. If any of you haven't watched that.
Huh?
Deadwater Fell with David Tennant is good.
So good, such a good show. I talked about it in one of the early episodes in 2020. It was
one of my friends is in Deadwater Fell. She's a face painter, and she got asked to come and she got booked in for there's a bit where they have like a village fete. And they like just booked her for a face painting job. She turned up and it was like, David Tennant's here. Fair enough.
Did she get to speak to him?
I think I'm not sure actually. I'd have to ask her.
He's the nicest guy in the world by all accounts. He just seems like a lovely, lovely, lovely person.
Yeah, I've not heard anything bad about David Tennant.
She didn't handcuff herself to him then? No?
Apparently not, no.
See, someday someone is going to handcuff themselves to David Tennant. It's just going to be amazing. So, Who has the best butt in television, basically?
Okay.
What the email is.
I
Oh,
think
Tara.
I think Tara might have some opinions about
It
that.
does say Tara's exempt because we all know she's into buff Asian guys, and we've heard that. So what about number 3? Sorry, Tara, you've been told off.
Okay.
Tara is exempt from this question. Well, actually, Tara, who's your favourite butt?
My
Quickly.
favorite butt.
First butt that comes to mind. Please don't give me a life story about buff Asian men. Just give me your butt story.
Let me think.
Henry
Russell
Cavill,
Tovey.
isn't it?
Russell Tovey. Yeah, I'm talking Russell Tovey. Yeah, Russell
We
Tovey.
spent about half an hour a few weeks ago talking about Henry Cavill's butt.
Oh yeah,
That's a whole weekend gone right there.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going to
mean,
go.
you could put your dinner on Russell Tovey's house and he can walk into the living room. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'd
Go
go
on,
with
go on.
Tovey or Jason Momoa.
Oh my gosh, I knew that was coming. Why did I feel that was coming? Why did I feel that? I don't know why.
I think
So,
he's on
Troy, which ass would you put on the list?
Oh, okay, I got a good one. So, all of the males are gonna pop right now. They're gonna pop. They're gonna celebrate right now. So I'm gonna say right.
I'm
So
glad you quantified it as celebrating
Yeah,
and not something else.
yeah,
One winning ass.
yeah,
It's an winning ass.
they're gonna pop right now for sure. All right, Christina Hendricks. Yes. There we
Oh
go.
yeah,
The
definitely.
full package. There we go.
Who?
The ultimate package.
That's not just us though. That is
That's
everything,
all of
isn't
it. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, what's this chick's name? That I've
Christina
never heard of?
Hendricks.
Jimi Hendrix.
Christina Hendricks.
Who's that?
That's a titty woman.
God. Christina Aguilera. No, Hendrix.
Not Christina Aguilera.
Hendrix.
It's not. It's spelled like the gin, not the guitar player.
She looks like she's done all the drugs and she had to get it done with liposuction to get it back to normal.
What?
Christina Hendricks.
What?
Are you looking at the right
She looks-
person?
Hendrix.
I'm looking at her right now,
She's
and
got an arse.
Fire.
Where's her
she's
arse?
46.
No, I'm sorry. She looks like she's been drawn by somebody who knows
It's
what
like
he
she's
wants
been
to
dressed up
see.
for the funeral box.
Helen's just like Helen knows. Helen's just like, wait, someone drew this woman.
It's like Jessica Rabbit came to life.
Yes, she's the physical Jessica Rabbit manifestation in real life. That's what she is.
Not really. It's
I love
just
Nobody can see, but Ben's giving us major train guy vibes with his angle right now.
Look at Ben. Ben's like, no.
no.
massive Francis Bourgeois.
No.
He's gonna win W's out here. W's.
That looks like a
There
hot,
we go.
that looks like a hot air balloon. Is the
No,
picture?
that guy. Disrespect.
No, don't you disrespect Christina Hendricks like that.
It looks literally, all I can see is a big lump. It looks like a red hot air
Don't
balloon.
listen to him. Don't listen to him, guys. You know what to do.
I mean, are you just looking at her butt? You should look at all of her, then you'll know.
All of her, Ben. Yes, all of her.
Christina Hendricks is a hot air balloon. Is the new episode title?
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking. It's going to be microwaves go boom.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, thank you, Jessica, for the email. And George from Newcastle wants to know. God, we get a lot of Newcastle folks here. Hold on a minute. When is that last special coming? 2 weeks, sir. 2 weeks. Finally.
2 weeks time.
Get ready.
Get ready. It's going to be Warzone, baby. Right, yeah, that's it. So, there is a Facebook group with Squatty Syndrome. Why is Tara Chloe deciding to be the constant derailer that she is? Now she's trying to show us her armpits. Stop it. There is on Facebook a Squatty Syndrome
Scratching.
group.
Right.
Go on there. Have fun. Talk about the episodes and
Enjoy.
all that. Yes, we're gonna have a Twitter soon. I'm working on it. So, Tara,
Okay.
sorry, me and Helen are too cool to be on social. So, what about you two?
Oh,
Tara,
I
where are
can
you
manage
on
the Twitter
YouTube?
account. Yeah, like I can manage the Twitter account.
Yeah, I can help with the Twitter account as well.
Fine, yeah.
Helen's got a job. You can do our Twitter account.
go
Cheers.
on, Tug. You on in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tara, Helen can do our Twitter account.
Go on,
I
Helen.
give
Go on,
up.
Helen.
Tara, Actually, that's what we can throw to Helen.
Yeah.
Helen can do the Twitter, I do the Facebook, and then you guys plug your YouTubes. Done. Okay, so,
Wait.
Tara, where
Sorry.
can we find you on the YouTube?
Yes, Legend of Old 101. Yes.
Is your name
on
Tara?
Most
Wow. So
socials.
Tara is Troy. Troy is Tara.
Yes,
Troy.
it's reversed. It's been reversed. My reverse
Troy had a
flashlight.
sex change. That's fine.
Yes.
We
Pop
already
culture
knew that.
news. You know what to do.
Okay.
Legend of Old 101. That's me. Tara's turn.
Your
Come on, Tara.
pizza away, sir. Right. Tara.
Okay, so if you want to check out Buff Asian Men,
Buff Asian men. She's like selling it or selling people. She's like, if you want to know about Buff Asian men.
and
Oh,
K-pop
yeah.
stuff, and maybe soon to come traveling vlogs, please check out my channel. Yeah.
Warning, might have buff Asian men. You've been warned.
Oh my God, you've been warned.
You've been warned. This last episode of Finding Nemo is up on the House of Animation. We have people have asked where is it regularly because we missed, but unlike Syndrome, it might take a break occasionally. So there might be a couple of weeks where it goes missing, but it will be there periodically whenever we can be bothered. We will try and get it out weekly, but it sometimes just. But it's out this week, and we're recording this weekend, so it should be the next 4 weeks should be secured. So we're going to try and keep to it. It's quite difficult to do it on the weekends every 4 weeks. So we try. Helen hates it, so she hates animation, so she's not part of it. So boo
That's
her.
not true.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. No, that's
wow, you threw on the bus like that. man.
Tisk,
What the
tisk,
heck?
tisk.
That right. We do the horror one. You can always come on the animation one when you want to. Just tell us what you like.
Exactly.
We'll show you the list afterwards, and you can make a decision on which one you want to come in.
No worries.
Lovely. And so yeah, and also what about the horror one? We have not made a decision yet. We will give you an announcement when it is time.
Yes.
Because that is something we haven't even discussed yet, and we should in the next couple of weeks. We'll do that. Anyway, so it's where yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye from me, everyone.
Did anyone just hear a bang? I think some cunt just used my old microwave.